Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to day 7 of the Ignite the Fire Challenge. Today's pillar is, I was about to say yesterday's. Today's pillar is Blossom Your Gifts. And what we're specifically referring to here is our spiritual gifts. What it was we were born into this lifetime to bring to the world to help everyone get through this human experience with a lot more grace and ease. And maybe you're aware of what your gifts are, and maybe you're not. And that's okay, because some of us, it takes a lot longer than others to figure that out. Definitely took me a while, probably about 40 years. So, and I'm still working through that, but that's okay because we're all works in progress, and it's the journey that's the fun part anyway, right? So getting to a space where we can understand and know our gifts and receive them is a big part of our journey. And moving through the first of these 8 pillars, the first 6 of these 8 pillars is going to help us get into that space so that we can be in a better place to receive and to embrace those gifts and work with them. I've had people so many times come to me and they're like, I've got this, whatever it is going on, and I don't know what to do with it. And my advice is always work with it where it's at. And if you feel like that's a little bit uncomfortable, that's okay. We have complete authority over that. And so we can say, all right, that's enough of that for today. Maybe just practice a little bit with it and let it move through you. But we don't have to, not all of us are going to be, gurus or the Dalai Lama, So it's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it if it's not coming through to you maybe as quickly or as potently as you think that it should. But spiritual gifts come in all sorts of packages, wrapped up in the most unassuming bows sometimes. We all have the inner ability to perceive our intuitive nature. But some of us will work more closely with that than others. Some people have the gift of gab, if you will. They're able to speak the truth so eloquently that they change others' lives with their words. Some people have the ability to write. Some people have the ability to listen. There are so many, we could go on and on about the beauty of what all of our gifts are and how each one of them is so different and unique to us that they all combine and coincide in order to make a more beautiful existence for everybody. As I've said many times, we are all connected, and the difference in our gifts is what makes the world go round and what makes it an exciting and fun journey. Because if we all decided we were just going to be mediums one day, it wouldn't be quite as entertaining, I think, as it is now. So coming into your awareness of your higher self and your awareness of your gifts, it might take a little while, and that's okay. But as we go through each one of these steps, it's going to become more and more obvious for you how to connect to yourself and how to move away all of the human garbage and baggage that comes along with this experience and be more discerning. It's going to allow you to drop the fear, and it's going to allow you to get into a place where you are happy where you're at. And so you're more apt to receive the messages that are coming through, because that happens a lot too, is that the messages they're coming through, spirit's trying to reach out to you, but we either don't believe it, we don't have faith or have trust that that's what's happening. Or maybe we just have fear around what it is that's coming through. And we've programmed ourselves to believe that our life should look a certain way. And if we go over there and expand our awareness and knowledge around what our spiritual gifts are, that's going to change the way things look. And that looks kind of scary for us. I'm definitely in that boat. I have my mindset a lot of times on the way I think that things should look and the things that things should be. And when it doesn't happen that way, I'm like, well, what the heck? You know? And so a lot of times it's just easier to ignore that little calling, that little tapping on the window, if you will, or tapping on the door, because we get comfortable and we get complacent where we are. And moving beyond that can look a little scary. But as you move through all of these pillars, you've come to now number 7 of 8. And all of those things shouldn't look quite as scary anymore. We've moved through the fear. We moved through the things that hold us back and keep us on the ground. And we're ready to spread our wings and maybe start to take our first flight and see and explore more about what those spiritual gifts are. So I invite you to think about that, like maybe what your spiritual gifts may be. If you know, that's fabulous. If you don't, then think into that, feel into that. And here in just a minute, we're going to do a guided journey to get ourselves closer to finding out what those gifts are. We're all innately born with this ability. It's our divine birthright to come into this human experience with things that make us special, because we are special. And it puts us in a higher place of joy and happiness when we're expressing those gifts in a way that's helpful to all of those around us. It lights us up. It gives us a sense of purpose, a sense of being, and it brings just more joy and happiness to us. And when we're happy and joyful, it's going to bring more abundance to us, because we're just in that state of attraction of bringing in all the beautiful experiences of this life. So if you don't know what your spiritual gifts are, then let's tap into your higher self and maybe discover what that is for yourself today. So I invite you, as always, to get into a comfortable space where you can receive the guided meditation journey that is about to begin. And if you're not in a space where you can close your eyes and go into a meditative state, I invite you to pause the video and come back to it when you can. So let's just begin now by focusing on our breath. Breathe in all of the beauty that surrounds us, finding a place of gratitude, a place of higher awareness where abundance flows freely to us. Breathing in all of that amazing, beautiful energy into our space. Calling in all of our guides, ascended masters, archangels, our ancestors, all beings of light to surround us, to guide us, to protect us and keep us safe as we move through this journey. As we come out the other side and continue on with our human experience. And in this safe, sacred space for healing, we invite all of these beings of light to shine their light upon us, creating a cocoon of love, wrapping us in this beautiful blanket of light. And in this space, there is no fear. There is no judgment. There is no human programming, thoughts of what is supposed to be. in this space, we release attachment to the emotional outcomes, and we just be. We allow that inner star to shine brightly within us, becoming one with the light, one with the energy of all that is. Embracing the knowing and the awareness that our higher self has, and opening ourselves to receive messages from the divine as we connect to the question of what are our spiritual gifts. It's likely that you have many spiritual gifts. And then as you start to embrace the strongest one, the others will grow stronger as well and allow you to work in a multifaceted, multidimensional means in order to align you with your path and bring you into a higher state of happiness. Because as we connect our soul to its purpose, we have no choice but to be happy. In this safe, sacred space of pure light, we invite you to vision your path ahead of you and watch as you take this journey, new beginnings, embracing your gifts, as you allow them to lead you into a sacred space where you are following your soul's desires. We want to remind you that it is not necessary to fully succumb to what these gifts bring to you in this moment. We simply just want to bring awareness to your conscious mind of these gifts that have been bestowed upon you by the divine. You continue to have free will to embrace these gifts however you see fit and in whatever time frame you see fit. And as we move forward out of this journey back into your human realm, we want to offer you the invitation. Carry with you the conscious knowing that these gifts will help propel you on your path, and that whenever you are ready to fully embrace them, you have the love and support of the entire universe I invite you to take a few deep breaths as we come out of this journey, bringing with us the higher awareness and knowing of what our soul has asked us to be. And back into the room, into your physical surroundings. And when you feel complete, you may open your eyes. Welcome back. So it feels important to acknowledge that these gifts have been with us since the moment we were born, actually probably since the moment of inception, because in that moment, your soul made a decision of what it wanted to accomplish in this lifetime. And so we want to encourage you to not feel obligated, to not feel pressured, to do anything that is out of your comfort zone in this moment. We know that as you continue to do this work, you will feel more and more comfortable with your gifts, and they will come to you naturally. There's no sense in forcing anything. There's no sense in beating yourself up if maybe right now you're working as an accountant, but your spiritual gifts are something that has nothing to do with accounting, because in some form or another, you're still living that out. You're still projecting that and shining that light into the spaces for which you're meant to. So I invite you to this evening, maybe even right now after the video is complete, that you journal about what your gifts are and how you feel about that. And maybe did it come as a surprise to you, or did you already know what was lying under the surface there? So if you have any questions about that, if you feel the need to reach out, I'm here to embrace and support you through this journey as always. So please feel free to let me know if you're needing a little extra guidance and support. And please feel free to utilize the Facebook group as we are building this community and of other seekers, and just want to offer love and support through the process. So tomorrow will be our last and final day, pillar number 8, which is shine your light. So much love, and hope that everyone has a beautiful rest of their day. And we will see you tomorrow.